Chike, hear me. Your mother is a witch. She is behind your downfall.
No!
Witch! My prophet said you are a witch.
No, Chike, please, I'm not.
Liar! You cursed us.
The witch's grave. The old woman's knees pressed into the cold earth as her trembling hands clasped together under the moonless sky. At 73, her bones protested every movement, but still she knelt outside her mud-walled house each night, whispering the same prayer she had whispered for 28 years. Lord, bless my Chike. Protect him from evil. Let favor follow him wherever he goes. Tears traced the deep lines of her weathered face as she prayed. She had sold her land piece by piece to send him to the city for school. She had gone hungry so he could eat. Her waist ached constantly now from years of bending over other people's farms to earn money for his upkeep. But none of that mattered. He was her son, her only child, her entire world. In the city, Chike stood waist-deep in the brown waters of River Mpanga, surrounded by people in white robes. The prayer group leader, a man with wild eyes and a booming voice, placed his hand on Chike's forehead. "I see chains," the prophet shouted. "Spiritual chains holding this young man back. And the person holding those chains," he paused dramatically, "is very close to you, someone in your own bloodline. Your mother is a witch." The words hit Chike like a physical blow. His mother? The woman who had sacrificed everything for him? But the prophet seemed so certain, and the others were nodding, murmuring prayers. For months now, nothing had worked out for him. No job offers, no business success. Maybe they were right. Maybe... Rage flooded through him before reason could catch up. Without a word, he waded out of the river, gathered his things, and caught the next bus to his village. His mother was stirring a pot of beans outside their small house when she saw him approaching. Her face lit up like sunrise. It had been 8 months since his last visit. "Chike, my son!" She dropped her wooden spoon and hurried toward him, one hand supporting her aching waist. "God has answered my prayers. You're home." "Don't touch me, witch!" Chike's voice cracked like thunder as he shoved her away. The old woman stumbled backward, crying out as pain shot through her waist. She fell hard on the packed earth, staring up at her son with confusion and hurt that went deeper than any physical wound. What did you say?" "You heard me." Chike towered over her, his face twisted with anger. "I went to real men of God. They told me everything, how you tied me up spiritually, how you've been the one destroying my life." "Chike, my son," her voice barely rose above a whisper. "How can you say such things? I pray for you every single day. Every night on my knees I ask God to—" "Lies, all lies." He stepped back as neighbors began to gather, drawn by the commotion. "Untie me from wherever you've tied me. I won't suffer any more because of your witchcraft." The old woman sat in the dirt, her body growing cold despite the afternoon heat. Tears streamed down her face, but she couldn't speak. The pain in her chest was crushing her, making it impossible to breathe properly. "Mama Chike would never," one neighbor began, but Chike cut her off. "Stay out of this. You don't know what she's capable of." He turned and stormed away toward the road, leaving his mother sitting in the dust. That night, the old woman didn't sleep. She sat in her small house, staring at the wall where Chike's school certificates hung, certificates she had sacrificed everything to help him earn. She called his phone, once, twice, 10 times. He never answered. She couldn't eat. The food tasted like ash in her mouth. How could her son think such things about her? Her Chike, whom she had carried for 9 months, raised alone after his father died, loved more than her own life. By the 4th day, her body began to fail. The neighbors found her collapsed in her house, burning with fever. They tried to feed her, to comfort her, but she kept reaching for her phone, trying to call her son. "Please," she whispered to the woman caring for her, "tell Chike, tell him I'm not well. Tell him to come home." She called him on the 7th day, when the old woman could barely lift her head. "Your mother is very sick," she said urgently when he finally answered. "She's been down for over a week. You need to come immediately." The line went dead. 3 days later, the old woman opened her eyes one last time. The neighbor woman was wiping her forehead with a cool cloth. With the last of her strength, the old woman gripped her hand. "Tell my Chike," she whispered barely audibly. "Tell him I love him so much that I would choose to be his mother again in every lifetime. Tell him I forgive him." Her hand went limp. The neighbor wept, her tears falling on the old woman's peaceful face. Even in death, she loved him. 2 months passed. The village elders had buried her with what little dignity they could afford. When Chike finally returned, guilt gnawing at him, he found his compound overgrown with weeds and a fresh grave where his mother used to kneel and pray. "Mama, Mama," he called out, already knowing, already feeling the horrible truth settling into his bones. The neighbors came out, their faces hard. "There," one man said, pointing at the grave, "that's what's left of the woman who loved you more than life itself." "Her last words were about you," the woman who had cared for her said coldly. "She forgave you. She said she'd choose to be your mother again in every lifetime. Can you imagine, after what you did to her?" She stepped closer, her voice sharp with anger. "Tell me, young man, your mother is dead 2 months now. Are you rich yet? Has your life changed? Or did you destroy the only person who truly loved you for nothing?" Chike fell to his knees at the grave, his whole body shaking with sobs. "Mama, I'm sorry. Please, Mama, forgive me. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please." But the earth gave no answer. Some words come too late. Some chances, once lost, never return. And some graves hold more than bodies. They hold the death of wisdom learned too slowly, and love recognized only after it's gone.